On the way with the kiddos to go look at an investment property. At all the months pregnant. 8 months pregnant, 8.5 months pregnant. I don't know, all the months. All right, children are being bribed with food afterward. But it's a beautiful day.
I'm Lily Karas, and this is The Fearless Designer. So what's always a good idea to do right before you go on maternity leave? Start a new business, of course, which is how I found myself buying this house just as I was having a new baby. I saw right away how beautifully it was built. So on the eve of its 100th birthday, I can't think of a better way to celebrate this house than to give it a full restoration. So here it is, the before tour.
Okay, starting in the kitchen. We need to move the lights. They look vintage, so I'm not going to bother to try to find more. But right now they're all on this side, and we need some on this side. Hold on. That side to that side.
This video is actually my notes to myself and to the team of all my ideas and the work that I plan to do on the house.
We need a fridge here, probably a built-in fridge.
Lily, it's a beautiful home.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I walked through it when I was here last time. It's really cool.
Thank you, good.
So this is really letting you into my mind and what I think when I walk through a space. All the things I notice, what I want to change, what I can see in the space that isn't there yet.
Okay. Anything else in the kitchen? No.
I've cut out some of the boring stuff, like measurements and me talking to myself.
Plastic ceiling medallion down. Bookcases out. And I think we will go for the trim. I think we will go all the same.
But by the end of this, you will be well acquainted with the house, my vision for it, and what the plan is. Of course, you'll instantly see in the next episode how that plan gets thrown out the window, but that's okay. That's what usually happens when you work on construction projects this large.
Okay, into the living room. Definitely need a different light fixture. Definitely need the fake ceiling medallion down. All of the trim needs to be painted out. It's a wood door, but it's not in the best condition. This lock is hideous and needs to be changed to a better brass one. I kind of like the historic doorknob. Oh, interesting, but it doesn't. How do I get it open? There we go. And actually it's a nice storm door. It kind of needs another piece of trim at the bottom. I say we leave it, but this absolutely needs to be changed out for a brass one. And the door needs some serious help. Maybe we lacquer it and the storm door. Okay, fireplace, we remove the mirror and leave the old mantle. We can do 32. But there's really crappy lighting in here, and I think we should maybe discuss, while the floor is open upstairs, I think we should put in recessed. Fireplace surround, I think we can just clean it. The very back, we can maybe cover it in black, or maybe just clean the brick itself and clean the brick down here and then just leave it. I think there's a tiny little piece of molding missing. Oh, and a dead cockroach. Looks like maybe they pulled it off and had carpet in here at some point. I love the French doors. I sort of wonder if this shouldn't also be glass, but because it's old and nice and wood, I think we keep it. But I think the plastic storm doors out here, I think we can keep the wood, but if we could replace the glass, maybe even with double paint, it would take down the street noise a lot. Oh, and of course, all these switch plates. We'll need a total count of switch plates and outlets in the house and of what type so that we can order new ones. Okay, this is the little lounge or through area. I don't necessarily hate this light fixture. We could keep it. These should come off. It's definitely vintage and not antique. It is broken. That's unfortunate. And it needs a really good clean. But actually it might be fine, and it might be fine here. The plastic medallion is not. And then other than here, it's just a coat of paint. And I'm not sure if we're keeping the rod, but if we're painting, it should come down no matter what. Okay, now we're on to the, what? 4-season room? Little greenhouse room. The ceiling needs help. I am fine with the 2 light fixtures. I don't think we should change them. They're okay. They might be okay. And just get cleaned. And obviously all the trim needs to not be blue and get painted. And it does need to be the exterior color of the house out here, but maybe some minor stucco repair so it looks a little less forlorn. And maybe we could clean the floor a bit, but it should not be sealed with anything shiny, or maybe not at all. Maybe it can just be power washed, cleaned up with a little muriatic acid or something. However, this whole bank of doors needs to come out up to the piece of trim. We'll still leave it as French doors. And this would be a great place. Option 1 in the budget would be to have Wally at the glass place in Raleigh build us the kind of doors that push completely out of the way. We might want to have like a center and they push left and right so that it could open entirely. But obviously the budget-friendly answer would be off-the-shelf doors that we can take all the way up. Porch needs to go all down to this level. And I think we should actually make sure that's under cover for underneath, which is going to become the foyer. And we really need to change this railing. I'll find some pictures of how to build the railing instead. And this gutter. I mean, I know we need the gutters. Maybe it's fine. This one here seems really silly. Maybe we can hide it a little better. And I don't know what's going on with the roof up here, the flat one. But we should check it. And these windows are pretty in need of love. Anything else out here? Just that we're gonna keep the gutters and the copper and try to custom mill the new trim. I don't know what's going on right there either. I think it's just supposed to be flashing, but it doesn't look like it's watertight. And we'll change the windows up there. Okay. Okay, from here we have the hallway to the master, which we need a light there. And what is the light here? Oops, the light here is on. And we'll need a light there. And then obviously all of this blue trim painted out. This closet's pretty good. I don't think we need to do anything to the closet. It looks like there was supposed to be a light here, but then it's not working. So maybe we could get the light working. And this will stay a utility / linen closet. Because that works well. And, okay, bedroom number 1. We're gonna remove this whole built-in. The light comes out, a different light fixture will get selected. Radiator is good. It'll all get painted in here. You know, there's a big crack and the ceiling's quite shiny. I wonder if we can help the ceiling a little bit. That would be really difficult. At least dead flat would help. There's a mirror on the back of the door, which I kind of like. It's vintage. But let's see if we can get all the stickers off and get it cleaned up. And not that switchblade. And let's figure out a plan for tidying up this closet and making it look lovely and a bit more polished. You can take a fixture too. This is a little too cheapy. And obviously it needs a rod or two. And we'll have to see, hopefully the floor is untouched underneath over there. But other than that, we would be done in here. Okay, bigger job is the downstairs powder room. We'll just select different wallpaper, as that's likely the easiest fix. However, I hate the crown molding they've done in here. It doesn't match anything in the house. If there's any way of doing this same little simple one that's there, that's exactly what I would do in here. And it has one hi-hat, and then I assume that's a fan light, but I think we should just change it out to another tan fan for there. And the plan is that this whole part goes away. Oh, and this floor just needs to be refinished so that it matches the rest of the floor. This is pre-finished and it looks super weird with the old, but if we can just sand it so that it matches everything. What a strange outlet. And we'll need towel racks, a new sink, all the mirrors gone, a new light fixture. The plan is to take the toilet and if we can, move it right next to the sink, whatever is to code. And you know, the sink could probably actually come over a bit. So if the sink can come over and the toilet can come over, this will now then be a straight line across. Still with the door swinging this way. And all of this will go back to the hall closet. Okay, this is now a master suite option. Is this a laundry chute? I don't know, but we should figure it out. If it's a laundry chute, we should get it working. If not, it's not a big deal. We'll just paint it and leave it. Any gross blinds should all come down and we should just paint fresh. Okay, so now this closet would have this bump out completely gone. I know it's cedar lined right now, although I have to say, the cedar has absolutely no smell. So it's either really old or I don't know what, but, and I know this is vintage and seems cute, but I also think it's just a big pain in the butt. So my vote would be to probably take that out. We're gonna put this back to a little bit different shaped rectangle, and it is quite high. Oh, where's the light? A mysterious light. Nope. I do not know where the light switch is. Should it have a pull chain? I don't know where the light switch is for here. But we'll work on a better design and plan for in here. So that it's still tall, but that it feels like it fits a lot. Okay, this room. Change out the ceiling fan for a really lovely light. I don't think my plan is to put any ceiling fans back at all, but all lights, because these rooms have no lights. It needs to be painted. There's also a different in finish. I don't know what's going on here, but it's like it's orange peel with a chair rail, which is strange. If at all possible, I mean, I guess it's okay if it's not possible. We should fix the crack and the weirdly patched hole, but all smooth would be better, and if that's just too difficult. But you know, it's plaster walls. They're sort of in bad shape. I don't know if it needs a little quick skim coat in here or not, but whatever we can do to get it so that once it gets a coat of paint, it looks good. But other than that, I think it's just, will be the windows and the light fixture in here. And the floor is quite good. Well, except for that spot, the floor was pretty good. Okay, downstairs master. I think the idea is that downstairs master bathroom. This doorway gets removed entirely. And now this is back to part of the bathroom. I know it makes it so that the depth is funny. And I'll work on the layout. This would be a good room to get measured so that I can create floor plans for it. I like the radiator. This is weird. Also in here, absolutely this cedar needs to come out and it needs to be put back to sheetrock. And this floor is hideous and needs to come out. However, I think because we already have wood floor, we should probably just continue the wood floor. We could talk about doing marble tile on the floor in here, but since this is here and this becomes part of the bathroom, I don't think that makes sense. This is another toilet that we could maybe change out. This should definitely come down. This is gross glass, but I guess it's okay. I wouldn't worry about it. All of this tile needs to come out, as does, I think, that. Well, maybe not. Maybe that can stay. That would be a really long shower curtain. And I think what was discussed is that we go from tub, which is just composite anyway and not nice, and this is all gross anyway. I think what we're going to do is leave toilet here. From here over, go to a square shower enclosure. And then here we're going to put in a double vanity instead. So now this will all go away. It will be freestanding, so it will be finished on 3 sides. We can do 1 sink and twice as wide. I would prefer to do 2 sinks. We can do a 48, but I think even with the extra space, we can probably fit a 60 in here. I think 48 might be better, as the depth from the back of the closet, although there is wood trim, to the edge of the trim is only 19. Okay, this is the hallway that goes to the upstairs and is off the kitchen. We've got the trim here. We have another light fixture here. This one's totally inappropriate for here. It is also broken, although it may be salvageable. And it's vintage and cute. It needs a different chain. The crappy medallion isn't ideal. Maybe we can just get some nicer ones. Or maybe once it's all painted, it's like the wrong era. I'll have to look up what's the right era for the ceiling medallions. But if there's any way we can get rid of the orange, well, it's not even orange peel, like knockdown finish and have a skim coat in here, that would be much better. Even orange peel, if we had to. But if we could make it look plastery and hand troweled, but smooth as opposed to stippled, that would be much better. Okay, and what we will need is, oh, there's another little tiny one. I don't think those are right for in here. I think we should probably change those out. And certainly this one should be nicer. This closet, I would say actually looks fine, except that these bathroom fixtures all need to come off the hooks. And I don't know, as much as I love the lead paint, maybe we could paint those. I wish they had put in a better rod. It's such a crappy rod, but maybe we can give it just a coat of paint. And that way it could go to white and wood, and that would look much better. I don't know if there's any way to cover that, but it's okay if not. Okay. Again, we need another light fixture and not a plastic ceiling medallion. Everything painted in here. This again has sort of a stippled finish, but we'll talk about what plaster work needs to be done, but the problem is it's so cracked that I think it's gonna make even a new fresh coat of paint not look the best. But other than that, it's really nice in here. And the bathroom. Okay, this is the 3rd downstairs bedroom. It's the 2nd ensuite. And just taking a look here, I mean, it seems like solid, but not stone. What is this? I can't tell. We sort of need to sand it. It almost looks like maybe it's a composite, like a resin, like maybe it's cultured marble. I can't tell if it's real stone. It's cold, which makes me think stone. It either has to be real stone or or a cut or a cultured product because there is no pattern repeat. But the fact that it's so cold makes me think that it is stone. We need to pull off some tiles from behind other things. That towel bar can come down. This mirror will stay. We need a new light there and a new vanity. The toilet's okay, but I still think we probably pick a different toilet for the whole house. Obviously this toilet holder does not work, and we can steal tiles first from behind the toilet, which we'll never see. And we need some better towel bars, and that needs to be pulled off. I wish we had a brass knob here, but we don't, and that's okay. And it definitely needs a new light fixture up there. And now the upstairs. So I think we should do something cool on the stairs. These are the original vanities. Obviously these silly things, vanities, railings. Ooh, and a very wobbly one at that. But the wood is the original. If there's any way we can keep them, but make it sturdy, that would be great. It's quite rough on the hand here with the piecing. Oh, look, this one's lovely though. And the staircase is nice and wide. The treads are good. They're nice solid oak tread, one big piece. I think we should paint the riser, but refinish the tread. And then I don't know what's going on here. So the arch is fine. We've got one other one here, although it's really low. And my question would be, is that even load bearing or is that decorative? If that is decorative, I absolutely think we should cut it out and go straight across really high. It's very closed in right now and not a grand staircase, which it could be. In which case I would open it up. And we'll need a different light fixture. This part I don't know about. I think it's how the dormers run on the other side. And that has a smoke detector there, which I'm sure we need. But I wonder if we can move it and instead put two nice light fixtures up here. But I wonder if we need that straight line across, as that also makes it feel tight. But I would take out that archway if we can. Okay. So I think we need to go to all wood up here. This closet needs to stay a closet. This bookcase I would definitely take out. And I think if we can open up the ceiling and vault it, it would be much better. Especially, I'm not quite sure. This is fine. Oh, this is not fine. But we can probably find vintage. And paint up here. I have a couple different ideas for up here, including maybe we show it with 3 little twin beds or as an office, but it would be very cute as an upstairs nursery with 3 beds kind of a room. Very Peter Pan. All right, this little bathroom. So I think if we're doing wood up here, let's just go wood right in. The vintage tub should absolutely stay. But if we can maybe clean up these plumbing parts and get them all working, they're sort of cute and vintage, but I think we need a different shower head, and we absolutely need to tile. We definitely need a small toilet, and we definitely need a small vanity. This vanity is just shy of 24, and we need probably recessed lights. It would be really good if we could please add a light fixture to go across here. I think my plan will be, since it's so little, that we're gonna actually add a large mirror. Maybe we even just get a piece of mirror cut. I think that would be really tempting in here. It's about 45 inches wide. I think opening it up with a big piece of mirror would probably be better. Or maybe I can find one with a frame, since that would be much cheaper. The radiator is adorable. All the window treatments need to come down. We don't need rusty razor blades. This is a really crap door, although maybe if we paint it, it's fine. The slab doesn't bother me. The hollow core makes me feel disappointed. So plan is from here. That's interesting. Okay, so we keep the 2 older doors, and all of this would hopefully come out, provided that Rob says it's not load bearing, including the ceiling fan. We would see if we can actually maybe take out and dormer the ceiling. If we have to have this, we can certainly make the access panel look better. And all of this comes out, all goes to wood flooring. This should all come out to go to the cute little dormer. And that light fixture should come out. I mean, if you want another light fixture there. I don't even know if I would do it in the dormered ceiling part. I'm not sure what's going on the other side of this wall. I feel like it's voluntarily little, unnecessarily. I don't know any reason. This should just be hollow. I think we can take this out and that out. Well, we should talk about it. And then into here, I really think we should rework the ductwork in here. I understand that they were making a bench seat. It's sort of a really awkward height. And I think we would need to replace the bank of windows. Although maybe we can make them work if we just repair them and take down all the shades. But I think we need to work on the bench seat because this is really strange. And then all of this, I mean, that should come out, and we should do recessed cans. And then I think the plan is that very likely this wall actually becomes now the back wall of the bedroom that the bed goes on. And this now becomes one straight across. And I think perhaps we could do one into a closet and one door into the bathroom, although we can determine if it's better just to keep a single door. This is a door, and we likely should nix it and see if we can get a wood door. Same thing in here. I think we can open all of this up. I know it goes down to lower dormer, but it seems so much smaller in here the way they have it. So we can talk about, do we keep the two little dormered window bays, or do we open it up? The ceiling height here, well, it goes up, but let's say to the window. I have to look at the house from the outside again. I know the dormer's much lower, but to there is 85 inches, which is really tall. Let me see in the eave what it is. All right, if I can get this open. Okay, oh, in the eave it's really different. And we've got HVAC running through the eave. Do we have a light in here? There we go, here's the eave. It's clean though, looks good. So, yeah, so there's the dormer on one side. Here it is on the other. I don't know though. I don't know if this wall is load bearing at all. It has older timber framing it, but that doesn't mean it's load bearing. I think my inclination would be to frame in the HVAC, because you could really nicely like tuck a dresser in. I don't know, I think we should talk about where to frame to. Okay, obviously, chimney stays and chimney stays exposed. If we could dormer the ceiling though, dormers hit the ceiling, take out the framing for the ceiling, and either move the stringer up or just take it out entirely. I don't think the stringer is going to be load bearing, but again, that's a Rob question. And I can see they've done another bench seat for the HVAC, but I'm wondering if again we can remove it, as it takes up a lot of room. So chimney stays. I hope it looks this nice on all three sides. I don't see any reason that this should have to stay. Obviously this access panel can just be made to camouflage in. And I'm fine with the little, I think, you know, following the roof line, it's all quite cute and exposing it. And this little closet should just be covering up one side of the chimney. But the idea is that from essentially somewhere in here over becomes the master closet and ample bathroom. The bathroom needs windows. The closet does not. Also, I think we discussed this is tall enough in here that if we want to steal, here I'll change the light, that if we want or need to steal a little more room for the bathroom, or maybe a lovely linen closet in the bathroom or something, that we can indeed steal it from here pretty easily. Okay, so another idea is where this wall is here. Maybe this is where, so that would leave the chimney to that side. Maybe this is where, well, we need to talk about where to start and end the bedroom. But I think flush on that side probably makes sense, because that gives us as big a wall as possible to run the master bed on. And since, you know, the chimney is here no matter what, I think it can just stay exposed in the bathroom. It might be charming, or exposed in the closet. But this is another one where it really needs to be measured out so that I can sit here and play with it. And we do need to discuss probably mostly this central bit of the dormer. Obviously it needs recess cans in here as well. Okay, downstairs to basement. I think we discussed whether or not we leave this door. I think we leave it. Refinish stairs, use the existing treads is just fine. I don't know what is going on. It's just there's so many funny things that I feel like I would rather were tidied up. Including like, why is that there? That's okay. All right, I think we make this still back into the kitchen and remove this. Oops. Let's see. I think this back wall becomes a total kitchen back wall with a bit of countertop and cabinetry. We can still stuff a fridge in there. I think we maybe put range and sink here, and we make it a proper kitchen. We just need to change out the mantle there. And I know we're gonna cut down the windows and paint out all the pipes. And we can paint all the conduit and fix this strange situation with the framing of that wall. I do think we need to spiff out the stairs, including perhaps figure out what to do with this bottom concrete stair, but this is now going to become the main entrance into the house. So we need to make sure that it doesn't look basement-y and that it does look main entrance-y. Wow, that staircase is actually crooked, but that's okay. Not level. And I will figure out for right here. I wish that were actually just brick all the way up. And I'm sure that this needs air exchange, but maybe we can figure out a way that we can't see into the mechanicals. And I do think we now need to change this area in here in general out to be a mudroom, but I don't think that bench is it. And then this will be the official foyer. So we need to change those two doors, but the window can stay, and we'll just paint and make it nicer in here. Okay, how do I turn off this? Oh, well, that's not it. There we go. And this door here, I think because it stays open, it's probably fine as it is. Although I point out, I think those are interior doors, and this is an interior door, and I'm, oh, it is tempered. So that's okay, we'll pass code there. Yeah, so this becomes boot room. I think that we should discuss if we want a doorway into the laundry room or not. But this now becomes the laundry. This is another spot that we should probably go ahead and have measured out so that I can draft new cabinetry plans. But this would now become a very nice laundry room, which it is not at the moment. Okay, this needs to be a solid door so that this can become a multi-purpose room. Okay, garage multi-purpose room. We're gonna do what we can with the ceiling and with the floor and walls, at the very least, to get them watertight. This wall is beautiful. I am okay if this wall is not able to become beautiful and that we need to sheetrock over it and we just keep the one. If we can make them all nice, then that's fine. It can stay with all brick walls, but my guess is that it won't. And we do very much need to insulate and put an all glass garage door. I think actually can also be higher potentially, but we'll have to see with what kind of system. And then that way the idea would be this could be anything: a garage, an office, a gym, a bedroom if this becomes an apartment, any and all of those things. Okay, last is downstairs bathroom. Obviously we need a solid door. This one's actually quite a lot nicer than the door that's there. If this will fit there, I think we should swap them. This is much higher quality with the beveled glass, and that one is much dinkier. And I think we can keep locations of things, but that this needs to be all retiled. I don't know why that's a drop ceiling. If it needs to stay, that's fine, but I'll at least give you different tile for there. I think we keep the glass shower surround. Obviously we need new plumbing locations. I'm not as worried about the toilet down here as maybe in other rooms. And it looks like this is a heated towel bar, which is also fine. I don't know if there's anything we can do to make that look a little better. Maybe we can pop in a different brick or something else. Or maybe I just hang a piece of art over it. But this whole wall, I think it just needs to be finished out completely and then have sink and vanity and mirror, and we don't need a light put on it. But leaving the coal chute and the other various things and the strange framing. And I don't think this little bit of brick is worth saving. This is a nice bit of brick. This, I think we just sheetrock across. And I know the depth is tricky because of this wall, so I'm not sure what's going on, if it has to be that deep or if it's just framed badly. But ideally, if we could just frame right across, and you can let me know. Well, I mean, this framing is still open. I don't know why the door's this far over. Ideally, I think actually the door should come back over here to be here, and I can gain this amount of space here to fit a correct depth vanity, but we can change this one too. And it's not that this one's that bad, it's that with all these pipes showing, it looks terrible, and it would be better to have a full piece of furniture vanity here.
I'm Lily Caris. Join me next time for Demo, Debris, and Dust on the next Fearless Designer. I can't think of a better way to ring in this house's 100th birthday than by having a baby whine in the background of all of my audio.